Very few can afford a nearly $300,000 vehicle, but those who can desire exclusivity above all else. And that's exactly what an Aston Martin delivers, like this rarely seen DBX 707.
Sure, you could spend $200,000 for a base DBX V8, but that's not you. You're the type who orders off-menu at the steakhouse with the secret entrance, buys the 98-inch 8K TV, and whose fashion drips with boutique brands with labels few have ever seen. The omnipresent reach for beyond the top shelf is real, and that's the path to a DBX 707. A plebeian 542 horsepower will never suffice, so you turn to the 707, which ratchets that up to 697 horsepower and knocks over a full second off of the 0 to 60 hustle, coming in here at just over 3 seconds. That's supercar territory. With the 707, the upbraided and unbridled 4-liter twin-turbo V8 is mated to a performance-oriented, automated manual transmission with a shorter final drive, one with 9 gears and no torque converter to better distribute the 663 pound-feet of torque. The air suspension has been revised to further control body roll while improving steering feel. The rear differential calibrated for greater cornering ability, and 6-piston calipers grip racing-derived carbon ceramic brakes, here in bronze, masked by optional 23-inch wheels and Pirelli P0 Max Performance summer use tires with a massive 325 rear width, well over $1,000 a piece, by the way. With as much as 100% of the power routed to the rear wheels and a race start mode to launch it, the DBX 707 is an immense off-the-line performer with a cup runneth-over persona. It's not only ridiculously quick when summoned, but stout and confident while doing so. As compared with the standard DBX I tested a couple of years ago, this one truly distinguishes and distances itself from the original, impressing in ways the regular V8 model failed to do. This is more of what I had originally expected from the DBX. A far racier personality, yet one that doesn't require a comfort sacrifice from its occupants. With a relaxed GT, medium sport, and hardcore Sport Plus drive modes that are now easier to access, huge fixed paddle shifters, and an active exhaust switch with boisterous quad pipes, the driver is treated to a heightened sense of an extreme SUV experience. Even off-road with terrain mode selected and the body raised, the 707 has been surprisingly competent. So, in any environment, it's ready to coddle you in the comfortable yet snug sport seats and provide the level of everyday usability every SUV worth its weight should possess. The 707 also stands out in other ways, such as with a larger front grille, a rear spoiler to provide added downforce while traveling up to 193 miles per hour, and more muscular bodywork all around. The changes and upgrades here would definitely have me searching for more change in those couch cushions, because they take the DBX from somewhat underwhelming to incredibly exciting. Of course, the stunning Royal Indigo Tester and its $240,000 base price hasn't been left to its own devices. It's tricked out with a dozen upcharge options, including the $2,000 acoustic privacy glass to keep matters very quiet, and this gorgeous $8,000 Inspire sport leather interior, bringing the grand total to $276,000. No gas guzzler tax, thankfully, as the mileage is even better here than that of the standard V8s at 17 mpg in mixed driving.
Okay, I'm going to let you in on a dirty little secret about the exotic car world if you're not familiar. Now, you may look at this vehicle and say, oh wow, almost $300,000. It must just be loaded with every extravagance imaginable. That's not the case. See, these small boutique companies, they don't have the R&D dollars to invest to develop these sorts of technologies on their own, so they have to go to the parts bins of partners. And in this case, in Aston Martin's case, it's Mercedes-Benz. And this stuff is really old Mercedes-Benz stuff, and it's not good, okay? This isn't even a touchscreen. You have to control it with this little device down here, like in the old Mercedes models. And then this rotary knob here, which is so confining that if you have a hand bigger than a 5-year-old's, it's not going to fit in here to really dial it accurately. You're not going to get a head-up display in here. You're going to get a very, very mundane audio system. You're not going to get any of the latest technologies as it concerns like driving assistance or self-driving. Now, some people might argue, hey, I'm buying an Aston Martin, I'm buying the engine, which you are. You're buying the driving experience, agreed. And that part of this car is absolutely amazing. But there are so many features that are absent here, and the technology is so old that for this kind of money, I think I would be a little embarrassed.
It's so pretty, and the craftsmanship is so high that it's almost possible to overlook the awkward ergonomics and dusty electronics. It's a standard-size SUV, capable of comfortably placing 2 more in the rear seats, with a spacious cargo area equipped with an optional foot-activated liftgate. So the DBX doesn't forego its SUV duties for the sake of over-the-top performance. With some modern Mercedes accoutrements, the cabin could be as awesome as the AMG engine itself. But thus far, Aston Martin is sticking with what it can afford to provide and hoping the rest drowns out any disappointment. For TestDriveNow.com, I'm Steve Hammis.